So for today's video I thought we would just have a little chat together about why I close caption all my videos, why I think it is important to talk about it, and if you're a creator that you should do it as well. And also I get asked a lot why I know ASL and not BSL, so American Sign Language and not British Sign Language, even though I am British and live in the UK. So if you want to find out why I do these things, or if you just want a video to have in the background whilst you clean your room or you're doing your makeup, I'm okay with that, but carry on watching. So I think we should kick off this chat with closed captioning. Now for those of you that don't know, closed captioning are the little subtitles at the bottom of the screen in videos, TV shows, movies, that kind of thing, and it just basically says what is being said, so people that are deaf or hard of hearing can join in and understand what is going on. It's made accessible to them. And it is something that I had never really thought about fully, although I sometimes use them. I never thought, hey, I should do that on my videos. And it's only been in the new year that new year, new start, I decided, you know what, I'm going to close caption all my videos. And people have asked why I've started doing it. And the reason is just, I always say to people, and I believe in myself and just believe in general, that anything is possible. Anything you want to do is possible. You just have to make it accessible and, you know, find a way around the obstacle. And a way around an obstacle for deaf or hard of hearing people are subtitles. Now a lot of TV shows or YouTube videos have closed captioning, but they're not done manually or properly. They're just the ones that kind of YouTube or the TV will just pick up. And it doesn't always make sense. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but I have put closed caption on before and I'm like, that does not say what that person just said. And that's because they're not done manually, so they're just kind of, you know, not guessed, but it's whatever the, I don't know what it is, a system I guess picks up, I don't know. All my videos that I upload now are closed captioned and they're done manually, so that exactly what I'm saying is what is being shown on the screen, and that just makes it accessible to people that are deaf, hard of hearing, or do you know what, even if you're in like a place that you can't have sound, you can still watch videos because you can see what's going on. Not that you should be watching videos where you shouldn't be watching videos, but I'm just saying that if you wanted to do that, you totally could. I think that when you look at it from a point of view that a lot of people see the deaf community as one, and although there are things within that community such as ASL that are kind of more for the deaf community, there's no reason why the hearing world and the deaf world can't merge together. And by captioning videos and TV shows and movies, is kind of helping to merge the two together. It's not making it so separate, it's making them, you know, together. And I think that is a really great thing, that the two worlds can combine together as one. When two become one. So a lot of people asked why I suddenly started closed captioning it and what suddenly kind of changed my mind. And I think it's just that I personally have got a lot more interested. Not that I wasn't interested before, but I've got more clued up, and I watch more things about kind of the deaf community and that kind of thing. So I think I've just become a lot more interested in myself, and I've learned a lot more, my mind's been open to a lot more, and then it was just something that kind of, I was kind of like, why haven't I been doing it? Because I know I use them sometimes, be it whether I'm in a loud place and I can't hear because I am hard of hearing, and a lot of people don't know that because I have become very good at lip reading, especially coffee orders. Phones have features to make it more accessible, so why aren't you making it more accessible? If you are a creator or you kind of know creators, I totally think that you should go and tell other YouTubers to do it. I know Tyler Oakley captions all of his videos and I think that is absolutely amazing, and I think more people should follow in his steps, and I know I am. So high five, Tyler. Not that you're watching my video, but it'd be cool if you were. Many moons ago, probably about 7 years now maybe, when I first wanted to learn sign language, I had no reason to actually need to know sign language at the time, and I just thought it would be cool to learn another language, and sign language interested me, and so I decided to try and teach myself sign language. I didn't want to go to a course because I wanted to kind of try and give it a go first. And at the time there wasn't really much online that was for British Sign Language. I couldn't find any free courses because at the time I didn't want to pay for anything because I didn't know how I was personally going to find it and whether it was something that I would carry on doing or just try and know the basics. So I didn't want to at this point pay for anything, and there weren't really many apps around to help you, so it was kind of what I could find online. And at the time I couldn't find a lot of British Sign Language, a lot of it was American Sign Language. I could find YouTube videos of people signing to songs. I found like an online dictionary thing that was free that you could literally type in any word, which also had like mini courses of like the 100 first signs, baby signs, you know, number, you know, like basic numbers, your who, what, where's, why's, all of that kind of thing. And so I started to learn it because it was more accessible at the time to find. And at the time I didn't realise how different American Sign Language was to British Sign Language, so I thought, you know, I could start learning that and then I could kind of switch. I actually fell in love with it, I loved it, and then it wasn't long until Switched at Birth came around, and then I found it even more accessible to find things that were in American Sign Language. I mean, now there is so much British Sign Language, there's apps, there's things online, there are YouTubers that are British that use British Sign Language. I know that there are a couple that I do follow, but at that point I actually really enjoyed American Sign Language. I'd actually used it a couple of times in like hospital tests when I wasn't allowed to talk, and I gave my mum I remember once I gave my mum like a picture of American Sign Language alphabet, and I literally just spelled out every word, and that's how we had a conversation because I wasn't allowed to talk for like 4 hours and it was just me and her in a room. But I kind of fell in love with American Sign Language. I fell in love with the whole kind of deaf culture and stuff like that, and I started learning it more and more, and I found it even more accessible as time went on and YouTube got bigger. And by that point I knew too much American Sign Language to feel that I was like I'd be able to just go over to British Sign Language, and I am American obsessed, so I mean it does kind of make sense. And yes, now I actually do use it with a couple of my friends because I actually need to at times if I'm in a busy setting or like on a plane or even if we're across the room. So like my two closest friends do know like a bit of sign language, and kind of a mixture of me helping teach them and them kind of learning online or using courses that I've used online or still use online, because there are some really great courses, even free ones. So if you want to try and learn ASL but you're not sure, like I wasn't, there are so many free things online. I'll try and put some links in the description box below of websites or free courses or other YouTubers that I watched that you might find helpful. I know that in America Sign Language you can learn basic sign language. I think there are classes that you can take, but I know in the UK I don't know of a school that offers sign language classes. If you don't know sign language, I really think that you need to start, and I think that you will love it. And if you wanted me to do maybe like, I'm not a teacher and I'm not, you know, fluent in sign language, but maybe I could do like a video on like the basics of sign language. I know I've done a couple of sign songs or songs in sign, however you want to do it, like years ago. But yeah, if you wanted me to do like the basics in sign, then just let me know in the comments and maybe I'll do it because I love sign language. So if you like this video or you found it kind of eye-opening or whatever, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up so that I know. And if you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe, but then we can have so much more fun together, we can learn a ton more. And if you press that little bell button next to the subscribe button, you can even get told when I upload, which I personally think is the coolest thing. Like I said, I will try and leave below any links of free courses or other YouTubers that I watch that use American Sign Language or Closed Caption. And like, please spread the word, whether it's spreading my video or going over to another YouTuber and like commenting on their videos. Just spread the words that closed captioning is so important and it makes things so much more accessible to people that are feeling like they're in a different world. It can bring them in and connect them into one world. So up in that corner I'm going to leave the link to my last video, and down there I'm going to leave, we're going to leave a surprise video. I think we're going to leave a surprise video because we all love a surprise. So until next time, keep watching, stay strong and stay safe. Bye guys!